I bet we back with another episode, Politic'n with Shades. I got my A1 Day 1 Naughty in the house, and we got special guest Kenzie.
What's good?
What's goody? All right, man. So we're gonna hit a couple topics today. Emotional support, mental health, breaking away from certain relationships or situations that kind of bring you down and don't bring you up. So I'll start with this. Like today, it's super like everything is overhyped in my opinion because of the overstimuli of like social media, and then people react off of that and makes them overstimulated in real life. And then it's like, where's the reality and where's the cutoff from just like being like chill, relaxed, regular? You know what I mean?
Okay, so I'm diagnosed with CPTSD when I was like 15 years old. And I was on meds for a while, but then for the past 3 years, I was unmedicated. After that PTSD attack, I had to get remedicated. And I feel like for the first time in my life, I feel like peace in my body, like fully embodied in my body and just like calm and peaceful. And it's strange. And I hate that to say that, but it's like I've had anxiety and depression my whole life. And now that I feel peaceful, I'm like, what the hell is this?
So now you're saying you're feeling peace, so this is something that's not familiar to you.
Like bits and pieces, but not as fully experienced as this.
That's crazy.
I know.
Because usually it's the other way around. So life gets so crazy that now you have some form of regularity, and that's the irregular part of it.
Exactly. You said it.
Like you're really not used to feeling like a normal human being, pretty much.
Never.
Without,
Never that.
True. But now back to what you said, James, as far as social media, I feel like our generation, like, they reach out and they believe that what they see on social media is how they're supposed to live. You know what I mean? Like, if they don't got the fancy cars, the designer, this and that, like, everyone would be like, I'm depressed because they feel like they don't got enough. You know what I mean?
Yep.
A little out the way, but all these OnlyFans models on social media influencing little girls really pisses me off too, though. Because I feel like there's not enough models or role models out there in their 20s that are representing what little girls should be actually striving to be.
For sure.
For sure.
Yeah, that's a big one too, man, because when you got children being influenced by somewhat adults, I don't even call them adults because they have a lot of immature behavior themselves.
For sure.
So they put forth this image that seems kind of cool, and children are super like influential, like they get influenced very easily. And we got kids influencing kids somewhat.
Yeah, for real.
Or they're adults with kid-like behavior and childlike minds influencing kids as well.
Exactly. And then the adults that are actually good parents are too busy or too preoccupied with their own demons or what have you, work, especially that load is crazy right now, to even be able to monitor closely what they're watching. Like, I remember growing up, obviously didn't have the best childhood, but I had free range for everything. My generation was on Omegle, and now that's amplified by like
Omegle crazy right now.
I know.
Omegle's crazy. Hey, I'm not gonna lie though. Listen, I'm glad I missed that whole wave because
no, it's crazy. For real.
I don't know what that is.
It's like
oh my, bro, I would have been.
But no, now they have like 50 of those, and like kids have access to all of it.
All of it.
And what's that doing to their mental health?
So basically, about like Omegle is like a chat, but it's like a FaceTime.
Yeah.
App, basically.
Oh, I've seen that. It's like 4 people on the screen.
It can be 4, 2, 1. It's like, but you can meet random people.
Bro, that's not safe.
That's not safe at all.
That's not safe.
But it's like a trolling expedition, honestly.
I've seen it, bro.
People just get in there and troll all day.
I didn't know it was called nigga, but I've seen that. And it be random people that don't even know people. And they like literally, it's not safe because people can know where you live.
Heck no.
You get exposed to stuff too early too.
Yeah, man. That ain't safe.
In the kick days, oh my God.
See, if I have kids, bro, I feel like I'm going to be the old school parent, like how I was raised, you know what I'm saying? Like, you got to give me your phone at a certain time of night, make sure your homework's done.
Right.
Now it's like our generation is giving these kids these electronics to preoccupy them because they want to be preoccupied on the internet and social media, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's like you're not building a foundation for your child. And a kid, like you said, is growing up to see all these fancy cars, purple G's, and all that. And when they feel like they don't got it, then they feel like they below the regular world. You know what I mean?
Yeah. How do you think if kids don't have a role model, not even just a parent, just like an adult in their life that has their shit together that can guide them through, how do you think self-healing can be spread throughout the masses in some type of way, especially to the younger generation that is so easily influenced? Like, in my opinion, through like my workout experience and being a personal trainer, movement, music, talk therapy, like all that good stuff. I want to know what you guys think.
I think that what we're doing right now is super important.
For sure, though.
Yeah.
Because you got to have like a platform is pretty much like almost the most important thing to have nowadays. So you can have a platform for bad things, you can have for good things. Both sides, you're always gonna have good, evil, and indifferent, the above or whatnot.
For sure.
But real people talking about real things that are genuine about what they say and not just trying to get clicks or trying to get attention. It's kind of like what the kids need to see, what the other adults need to see, what people that may be dealing with depression need to see. Like, y'all, like what y'all talking about right now is so real and it's so...
We're really going through it, you know, I've been through it for real.
Yeah, you feel me? And it's important for today, like more than ever.
For sure.
So, as far as kids, like, how did you said something earlier, Kendi.
Like for me, it was the teacher that saw me and like walked me through stuff, or it was the coach. Shout out Chuck Gresham, the coach that showed me what I was capable of and instilled it in me. Obviously, my dad, but
That's
like
dope,
my parents were divorced, so like I only saw my dad so much.
Right, that's dope though.
For sure.
But it's like those little milestones along those way. I say like they're like just angel sent. And they're there and they show you your potential and glimpses of it and you latch onto that. And over time those experiences build up. But some kids aren't that lucky. Some kids don't get that in their life until they're maybe 40 years old, and then you have grown men crying for the first time in their life. It's like
That's
real
true.
shit.
That is real shit right there.
Yeah, they don't pay attention a lot to men's mental health. You know what I'm saying? They think it's only a female thing, but a lot of men hide back a lot of their pain too. You know what I'm saying? And we shelter and like glimpse it in when guys are going through things, and they be like, "Oh, he just being a female or a bitch or something." It's like, you know, dudes got feelings too.
Man,
You know what I'm saying?
I ain't gonna lie, you hit something that's like super personal to me because that's how I was brought up.
Right.
But I still have those tendencies with my nephews and like my kids. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm trying to raise them to be strong men,
Right.
and then strong black men at that. But it's like I got this mentality where it's like the world ain't gonna care, so you better like toughen up on this shit.
For
That's how I was
sure.
raised too.
You feel me?
They don't care. They really don't.
Yeah.
Even when I was in a crisis, they told me they don't care. I was like, okay.
But I'm here
it's
to
really
get
just
help.
me out here.
But
Right.
you're here to get help though, yeah.
So growing up like that though, what do you feel like would be the change? Because I know that I've said some things that I have regretted, not because I was meaning to be mean or anything like that, but it was because I'm trying to be so honest with them that that's how much love I got for them. I want to show them like, hey, nobody's gonna be harder on you than me. So
Right.
once you get out in the world, you're gonna be prepared.
For sure.
No, I
though.
love
everything.
that.
But I think the nurturing.
Well, if it hurt their
needs to come
feelings,
to
then
them.
at the same time, you can be like, okay, it's okay to cry though, and I want you to cry, and that's strength. You can do that in silence. You can do that with me.
Yeah.
Just shelter that side of you and keep that private and sacred when it comes to the world.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cause at the end of the day, like my mom, like even my mom and my dad when I was growing up, like they would tell me, I don't know exactly or remember what they would say, but it would be things that would kind of be like, I would say personality builder, and was like making me more of a stronger kid. That way I could be a stronger teenager to a stronger woman. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Cause like if my mom was like, for instance, like you use your son for a prime example, like, or he doesn't want to wear deodorant. You like, bro, you stink. Put on some deodorant. I'd rather tell you in house than you to get out there and get embarrassed by classmates or like a girl,
Right.
and you start to like, you know, get depressed or think yourself as lower man when I'm building your character behind closed doors. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you just gotta be honest with your kids for real.
No, for real. I feel like my mom is the strongest woman I know. Like, God bless her heart. She babied me too much.
Yeah.
But at least I have my dad to like instill the hardness and
Right.
You gotta have that
best of
balance.
both worlds.
It is
but
balanced for sure.
yeah,
Yeah.
which is an art in itself. For
You ain't
real.
lying.
It's just hard, man. Like I want to have kids, but I'm like kind of scared too in this day and age for real with the way the world's going. You know what I mean? Like like I'm a lesbian or whatever full time, but people are allowing like their teenage.
Full time.
Yeah, but people are no
benefits.
Yeah, it do. But people are allowing. No, seriously, people are allowing like the little kids. Like for instance, like these celebrities are letting these little boys turn into women, and these women turn into boys. Like it's just not cool to me. Like you know what I'm saying. And I won't want my kid to look at me as the way my demeanor and aura is, and feel like she or he has to be. You know, homosexual. Like I don't want to raise my kid like that, but all these like animal people and you know these drags, like it's just they're being exposed to it more. And like the little thing you guys said with the group chat, they might get on there and see a dude, and then he come back to the camera, he's a woman. Like you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I don't want my kid to be exposed to that type of thing. So I was grateful to be born in the time that I was, because I got to like make decisions on my own. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that comes with a lot of depression too, because people don't know who they truly are.
Right.
You know, and they're gravitating towards friends, and then the friends won't accept them, and then you know, like suicide is like really high with like
super high.
Super high now, and like you will be thinking your kid, like you know what I'm saying, is fine and happy, but in reality they're not. Like you know, I've been through that in my relationship. Like people hide behind a beautiful face and a mask of a smile, but in reality, like they're the most unhappy person in the world. And you can be thinking you're giving in the world, but like you're not. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like mental health is real, man.
Or their world at home is beautiful, but their world at school or just in real life is hitting them hard, and they've never been taught how to talk about it.
Yeah.
So do you feel like communication is somewhat like a key to, I wouldn't say success, but a key to like helping yourself get out of those bad situations?
Yeah. No, I think it's everything, but
the person that's hurt has to talk.
Yes. And but I feel like, because I had to learn when I was 18 is when I started to learn how to say I feel. I didn't even know how to identify my emotions. And then I had to learn positive self-talk, because like I was mean to myself. Like I was like, bitch, score this fucking goal or like you're done. Like I was mean. I was a bully to myself. It made me successful in sports, but when it came to life, I would hold myself back so much because I was scared to fail. So I had to teach myself, I feel this way because this way. Okay, now let's reparent myself and reintegrate new beliefs in order to keep growing. And that was the hardest thing. So like self-talk is so important, and then how you talk to your loved ones is so important. Yeah. And I don't think that's even talked about enough. So
it's not.
So I'll talk a lot about like masculine and feminine energy. And I think it's super important just in the home in general. But the reason I always say that is because, and it has nothing to do with sexual orientation at all. Like however you identify, I love all people, is how you feel like you identify, and people should accept you for that. But there's things that I'm going to be able to do that you guys cannot do, and there's things that you guys can do that I'm not going to be able to do.
Right.
So when it comes to my daughter having certain issues at home, I know I can't compensate for what her mom can do for her.
Right.
Or tell her or give her particular information. No matter how hard I try, no matter how many books I read or how many people I talk to, there's just certain things I'm not going to be able to relate to when it comes to being a woman.
For sure.
So with that feminine energy, I feel like there's a lot of power in that too, because there could be a lot of motivation, but also women could be some spiteful motherfuckers at the same time too. It is crazy. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? They can build your ass up and they'll break your ass down.
Lord.
Easy as hell.
You already know, bro. Like,
so, like, as women, like, what would you say would be the key to, if you were to build
I got this.
A strong, confident woman, what would be the key to helping her get there?
Not bond and make friends with people off of gossiping on other people. And don't demonstrate that to a young girl that's impressionable.
That's true.
They're going to think I can only be in this cool club, I can only be with this clique if I'm talking bad about other people. Because then you're going to talk bad about yourself, and then your friends are going to talk bad about you. Like, that's just how it goes. That's number one, because I feel like that's heavy with like middle school girls or probably even elementary school girls. Like my niece got bullied and someone called her a fat Teletubby. I'm like, she's only 12 years old and she's already experiencing this. Yeah. Which is so common. So if you want to build a confident child, like a young girl especially, you need to be confident in yourself and demonstrate it by leading by example.
Right.
Yeah.
More than anything else, you need to lead by example. Whether you're a dad or you're a mom, you need to talk good about yourself. If you fail, be like, okay, I messed up, but this is how we fix it. Stuff like that.
Yeah, because if you come at home and you see your mother or father gossiping about people that the child think that you genuinely love and care about,
Yeah, that's crazy.
then they gonna think that it's okay to talk about the people around them. You know
Or they're gonna be like, what did they say about me when I'm not here?
right though. So you are right. I lead by example for real. Like you're a product of your environment and a product of the child you raise. So that is true.
So that kind of comes down to being aware of your surroundings. And I just told my son this the other day because he reminded me of me so much. But I think when we adults, we forget like how we reacted to things as kids. So you be getting on your kids or like your nephews or nieces or little cousins for doing the same thing you used to do.
Right.
But in your mind, you're a different person now. So you don't necessarily see or relate to what they're doing.
For sure though.
Yeah.
And I was telling him, be careful of your surroundings and who you put yourself around because you are like a super highly emotional person. What I mean by that is like you go from 0 to 100. And I used to do that.
Right.
And then you get labeled as a crash out, right? But you got to start protecting your energy because if you know like how you are, like I know myself now as an adult, so I don't put myself in them situations. He's still a kid, so he's still trying to figure it out.
Right.
You got to start putting yourself around people that you know are not going to put you in that particular mode. You know what I'm saying? They're not going to trigger you. He's still figuring it out, you know. And these kids is, man, he's mean as hell. So all these kids is mean. I'm going to be honest with you.
They some tough, tough, bro. I ain't trying to be around what they call them, YNs.
Them YNs, bro.
YGs.
Talking crazy online.
I'm cool,
like,
bro.
Man.
You got it, bro. You got it.
Yeah, just like online talking is so reckless and so crazy.
It's wrecked. But nah, you do got to be aware of your product and your environment. Like my mom always told me that. You know, and I don't be biased or judgmental against friends. Like I hung with many different type of crowds. You know what I'm saying? But like me looking back at the friends I used to hang with, like I really could have been in some trouble. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people are risk takers, and I never really was until like it's a good reward at the end, if that makes sense. But like nowadays, man, you really got to be aware of your surroundings because people could have like their own issues going on, people after them, and you around the wrong crowd. Like your life could be taken within seconds of a split decision that they decided to make. You know what I'm saying?
It's facts.
And I don't know, like my circle has gotten a lot smaller the older I get, and I just hang around like-minded people for real. Because if you ain't like-minded like me, bro, your decision making can make me lose everything I work hard for.
That's facts. But
you know
on another note, like my depression pushed everyone. Pushed everyone away through my depression, and then at a certain point, I got so tired of it that I had to cultivate my own environment. So not only was like a byproduct of my environment growing up, my environment throughout college, and only was in college for 1 year, but it was a terrible experience. So when I got out of that and I got fed up with the depression, finally, I had to start listening to motivational things every time I woke up. Before I went to bed, I'm listening to motivation. Like throughout the day, I'm trying to like write sticky notes all around my room, like building myself up. So I had to cultivate my own environment before I could re-enter myself in society and then find those people that are on the same wave. Because like it's so important. Like I got caught up. Like I really did. So I know like all too well the people that you surround yourself will become you. Like you surround yourself with people with money, you're gonna make money. You surround yourself with people who smoke, you're gonna end up smoking.
Right though. And sometimes like me going through my little mental health thing that I've been going through these months, it comes in waves with me. I never thought I would have anxiety, never thought I would have like these deep inner thoughts, you know what I'm saying? And like I've had a mask, like I've thought about things, but I'm like, bro, this is not you. Like you going through this. It sucks what I'm going through, but like it's just a test at the end of the day.
It's cool that you're able to separate yourself though. You're like, I can separate myself from this experience and know that I'm gonna get through it, and the waves are just gonna get further apart. And
then you also like you said, you gotta motivate yourself. Like I've been working out more, I've been eating like healthier. Like sometimes like your circle might only be you at the end of the day. Cause I've noticed like if I want to go out drinking, partying, kicking it, I have like a room full of people around me. But the moment I want to go get a smoothie, eat tuna, work out,
everybody gone.
Exactly.
Where everybody at though? You know what I'm saying? Like realistically, and like, you know, food is brain food. Like, you know what I'm saying? What you eat is how you think type stuff. And since I've been like eating healthier and like whatnot, I've been feeling like clarity within myself.
Yeah.
And it's like, I feel more lonely, but I feel more free, if that makes sense.
It
Health
does.
is wealth, man.
Yeah, so
I could nerd out on that. Your gut's your second brain. It's like very, very, very connected. Your microbiome like and directly influences your brain
for sure.
and your mental health.
So when you do a positive, I just gotta say, like, sometimes you're gonna be lonely on a positive route, but you gotta keep pushing. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's better for you at the end of the day. Like, the drinks gonna be there, the smokes, the clubs, but you only get one time to become a stronger you to keep progressing forward. And that's why I feel like I've been having clarity with myself for real. And I mean, it is what it is, man. You get time to think. And you just got to find like a positive outlet. If you're going through things, like work out, read a book, take a walk. Like, walking is free. Like, the world. Yeah.
No, there's actually real shit behind that. So I did EMDR therapy, and it's basically bilateral stimulation that activates your brain waves the same as REM sleep, like that deep, deep sleep.
Yeah.
And it makes you feel safe enough to like move through things, especially trauma. So walking, like if you don't do EMDR, like want to pay that money for a therapist, because we all know how that goes.
Right.
You can just walk and talk with a friend is so therapeutic.
Nice.
That's what I was like. Right. So that's what I was like going back to what I said earlier. It's about moving through your pain, singing through your pain, dancing through your pain, talking through your pain.
Yeah.
But whatever you do, just don't stay stagnant and let your past dictate your future.
Seriously.
That's the biggest thing.
Because it's a build-up. When you get, like, if you have, like, a depression, you have the inner thoughts, and you keep it piling up.
Right.
By the time, like, you get you in a dark room, like, you ain't gonna see no light to the tunnel, you know what I mean? So you gotta be free. You gotta escape it. You gotta talk to people. And, like, just know, like, you're not alone. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, we got to be here for each other for sure.
Or even if you are, you have God or the universe, your higher power, whoever you look towards, like,
for sure.
If you think you're alone, like, I promise you're not. I promise you're not. And, like, you keep going, those people are going to come into your life.
The right people will come into your life. You know what I'm saying?
So y'all said something earlier that was super important in reference to dealing with this stress, because no matter what you do in life, you're going to have to deal with stress. You're not going to get away from it.
For sure.
But how you rebound from it separates the successful people that thrive for life versus the people that, you know what I'm saying?
Stagnant
and stay still and don't.
Yeah.
I feel like fitness, for me, was the number one thing that kind of helped me with all the stress in my life. If I was healthy and clear-minded, it might still fucking suck, whatever I'm going through, but I'm a lot more able to make it through that situation unscathed versus me being sick, not in the best shape, you know what I'm saying? Already fighting for my life with my health.
Yep.
Right.
And then I got to deal with this other shit now, you know what I'm saying? So that's why I feel like health is wealth, because that shit is fucking important.
No,
it is, though.
And fitness instills discipline. And discipline's going to get you everywhere.
It is, though.
For sure.
Like, it's dopamine in the body, you know what I'm saying? When you going through things, like, even like a rage room, you want to lift weights, run, like, that dopamine will overpower all that darkness that's in your mind. I feel like that's what has been helping me, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You just in your zone, you getting yourself stronger. By the time you get done working out, running and walking, you feel relief, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure.
It's a natural dopamine versus I've been through addiction. A lot of people in my family have been through addiction. It's a natural high that you could never get from any drug.
For sure.
Not mushrooms, not weed, not nothing.
No, definitely. But that's what I got to say. Like, just find a positive outlook. Find a hobby.
Yeah.
Find a trade. Painting. If you want to go walk and talk to trees, get plants.
Do it.
Do something positive.
Do it.
Do that shit.
Do that shit. For
Do
real.
weird shit.
Yeah, I think, hey man, do weird shit. Like, y'all saying, I'm not lying though. Like, people laugh at that shit, but nah, like, especially in my culture and my environment, like growing up how I grew up, people don't want to get out that box because they don't want to be called corny.
Right, though.
I
This,
laugh
that, and the
'cause
third.
It makes me happy. Cause I'm so fucking weird. Like, you don't even know. Like,
I think it's dope, man.
Yeah.
But it's like, now the older me is like, I'll do what the fuck I want to do.
period.
You know what I'm saying? Versus thinking about what people think of me.
For sure, though.
Like, I really don't. You know what I'm saying? I'm not hurting nobody, so I'm going to do me. If it makes me happy. Because I got to find other shit. Like, I'm a person that likes to just explore. And I get bored as fuck with the same shit. So I'm trying to find things, seek things, do other things that are going to stimulate my mind and my body.
Have you ever heard of epigenetics?
Epigenetics. I've heard of the term.
Yeah, so it's basically your gene expression can be changed by making new neural pathways in your brain, and you do that by not doing the same shit every day. Like your habits are formed by autonomic processes that we do every single day. But when you wake up and you decide to brush your teeth with your left hand, or you wake up and decide to do this meditation, you're like rewiring and changing up your brain, which is going to literally change your genes and how they're expressed, which is so cool.
That's pretty dope.
That's a real thing, because being in a sports background and in like a combat sports background, there's a saying that, and if you're in like the military or paramilitary, you've probably heard this before, get comfortable with being uncomfortable. You know what I mean? And especially you being in fitness, so you know that it always benefits you to go through that struggle. You'll always benefit. If it's hard, that's cool. You know what I'm saying? You get that workout in, it might kick your ass, but guarantee you're going to benefit from it.
Oh, for sure.
100%.
More than just physically. But Naughty, with you being a fireman, how do you maintain your cool and your mental health? I genuinely always wanted to ask you that, even off camera.
So when I go home, I decompress, you know what I'm saying? And I pray. Like, I pray before I go to work. People don't know. I pray before I go to work. I pray after work. I pray, like, to God to cover me, protect my crew. And then after I'm going home, I'm thank God for protecting me and my crew. You know what I'm saying? And things that I've saw, I pray for the family. And I just pray God to, like, relieve it from my brain. Work is done. And I don't talk about work when I'm not at work.
Yeah.
People continue to talk about work, and if I see my homie out, I'm not, what's up, bro? What you doing tonight? Like, we not firefighters right now, bro. At the end of the day. And you got to separate work from your real life. And, you know, people will continue, if you talk about work while you're at home, like, there's no separation. You're going to continue to think about things, think about runs you've seen, think about what you could have did better. I just say, like, forget and let go.
Yeah.
And I have a counselor. I got a counselor, so that's big. Because people, you could try to be strong in the field. And like, I'm still new. I've only been a firefighter 3 years, but I've seen a lot of things within those 3 years and within my own life tragedy within those 3 years. So no matter what you go through, like, yeah, people think we're heroes, but you got to always know you're a human being, and I need counseling too. So my counselor, my support system, like James always check in on me. We locked in, like, you just got to have a strong support system and an outlet, you know what I mean? But that's about it, and have God is your faith, for real.
So with the counselor situation, because that's something that I've been brave enough to actually do. But how has that helped you, or you feel like not helped you, or like what do you feel like you have gotten out of that?
So at first, when I was like, I need a counselor, I felt like, you're a weak bitch, for real. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't need that. Because, no offense, but in the Black community, we feel like we don't need counselors. We're not taught to have counselors, you know what I'm saying? So I put my pride aside. I went out, reached out, and I had a counselor for about like a couple weeks. But when I started to feel like it was becoming a friendship, I just told, you know, hey, you've been a great counselor to me, but I'm going to seek a different route, because I feel like now I'm talking to my homies, and I don't need that. I need to talk to somebody that don't know me. Kind of like a rage, it's like a white paper. I could just venture out and talk about anything. But once I got my new counselor, like, my old counselor was great, but she's amazing. Like, she doesn't judge me. She let me venture off, talk about this, but she also tells me, like, well, you're going to have to do this, or you're going to stay in that stagnant position. You know what I mean? But it's been great, man. It's an outlet. Like, you really need it. And you don't realize how much weight you have on your shoulders when you walk in the door till you walk out. You feel relief. You know what I mean? And it's been great, though. I definitely recommend it. If not once every 2 weeks, like a paycheck, at least once or twice a month. You know what I mean?
I feel like the hardest part is finding someone that really vibes with you. I've been in and out of therapy since I was 12. And just like 2 years ago, I had someone tell me I was too much. I had too much baggage, and they wouldn't take me on as a client. Like,
that's what the therapist said?
Oh, yeah. That could have been my 13th reason.
That's
you know what I mean?
crazy. Yeah, that
like,
could have been for
really
sure.
people out there that is not as strong as me that could have taken that and just ended it off.
And this counselor's like Shorty was with a counselor. Her counselor told her to smoke weed. I'm like, that's not cool.
That's a Band-Aid.
Yeah. Like, these drugs and stuff are like temporary release from the pain, but at the end of the day, when that like high or whatever is gone, like you gonna be back to square one. Like
exactly, and the body keeps the score.
Yeah, you gotta talk and you gotta go through this pain while in a sober mind. You know what I mean?
Right.
Because that's who you are. Like you're not this person that's been drinking or been high. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But with your instance, Kenzie, I think you should continue to reach out to a counselor.
Yeah, no, I got a new one starting on the 24th. That was the last. That was about 2 years ago. The last one I had, she started like poking at, I would have a traumatic memory come up, and I have worked very hard on my mental health. I don't have PTSD flashbacks anymore.
Right.
She kept pushing and pushing and pushing to where that's all I could see, even when I left the room. And I just emailed her. I was like, this is not going to work. Yeah. So I took a little break, but definitely getting back to it. Like, you can't give up on anything, especially when it comes to finding someone that you can talk to, because I've had plenty that have been amazing,
right, that
just didn't like work out for insurance reasons or something like that.
But there's also a lot of groups out there. Like I'm about to go to I'm finally about to get the courage to go to a group. My friend has a group, it's called like the Grief Group or something like that, I believe. On Instagram. So every, like, I think it's like once a month, she has like 5 events throughout that week. It's open poetry. You talk about this, talk about what you're going through. People can relate to things that they're going through or how they're getting through grief. Have yoga. It's pretty dope. So those are things, like you say, get comfortable without being like uncomfortable type thing.
Right.
That's things that I would have not did in my past time. You know what I mean? But now it's kind of like I got to shell shock what I used to and like break free from it. So I'm looking forward to it. It's the Grief Club though, but you can find a lot of things on Instagram. So depression groups, anything.
Yeah, you're going to have to send me that.
Yeah, we could go.
So Kenzie, you say you're a personal trainer? Mm-hmm. So what do you specialize in as far as, are you just overall, you can get anybody anywhere they need to be, or is there a specific?
Absolutely. But I've been focusing on functional lately.
Okay.
So because I used to go balls to the wall, like super, super hard. 5 a.m. practice, lifting again. But it got to a point where my body kind of just it was shutting down. Yeah. So then I started researching functional fitness, and not only am I building strength, but I'm focused on flexibility and mobility, so I have longevity. Because I imagine myself being a grandma still racing my grandchildren.
Right.
Not for
That's
sure,
my goal now.
Yeah,
but I had to go through that phase first to realize it. Mm-hmm. Like if my body wasn't breaking down, I'd probably still be going. Because like not everyone has that experience. Mm-hmm. So I'd say functional is like my favorite right now.
All right. So we're going to get all your information and definitely put that out there, because there needs to be good trainers and people that actually can mix the mental health along with the physical health.
I've had women, because I used to only train women, now it's everyone, who would come and just cry. Because like they would feel something in their body that would help release something that was buried, and then we just cry for the whole session. I cry with them. So like I really look at it holistically, which not a lot of people do, but I am moving to Florida on Sunday, but online training is always an option.
All right, that's dope.
All right. Be back by like what, September, October?
My goal is September 18th for my birthday. That's my goal. We'll see.
Cool.
All right, yeah, we're going to plug that information, so you're definitely going to be able to find her. Book an online appointment if need be, but get the help you need.
Drop the app. We're going to drop the info on there.
We're going to definitely drop the info.
But just know y'all not alone, though. We all go through it all, and you could be...
No matter how good you hide it.
No matter how good you hide it, no matter how good you look, depression is real.
Yeah.
Anxiety is real. Fear is real. Fear, the acronym for fear is false evidence appearing real. But appearing real and feeling it in your body is a different thing. So it can appear real and feel real. Mm-hmm. But as soon as you move through that fear, I promise you on the other side is peace, and you got this.
Yep.
That's real talk.
For sure.